Hey everybody, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday with Cass and Lorain, and Cass is here, and I'm here. And we are just getting ready to embark on the Memorial Day weekend, but we've got some cool stuff to talk to you about. We're going to start with our picks of the week. As always, Cass kicks us off. So what did you pick this week?
Alright, this week was a tough one. There's a lot of great stuff out today. A lot of good metal today, so if you're a metalhead, you will be pleased. So my pick is Nocturnus AD Paradox. Originally called Nocturnus, they are a Florida-based technical death metal band. Their classic album came out in 1990, and after that they put out a couple albums a few years after, and then they kind of split up, started a new group, and a few of the original members left, but they kind of would play some of the Nocturnus songs here and there in the new group, and now finally most of the original members are back, and they're definitely trying to play that old sound again, bring it back like almost 30 years later. Pretty incredible. But the singer now, he's in his mid-50s, but his vocals still very, very brutal, very, they're not too low register growls, they're very shrieky kind of vocals, and pretty impressive, in his age, that he could still pull off that vocal dexterity. But the music is a combination of technical death metal and a little bit of progressive metal and a little bit of thrash too. It's really good if you like bands like Vector or Gorguts, Nile, bands like that. You'll definitely be into this. It's very technical, like I said. The guitar work is absolutely incredible, just super flashy, super quick, but not just noise. It's pretty. It definitely adds to the theme of like kind of a sci-fi landscape or something out of like a H.P. Lovecraft book or something like that. I can't tell if you can really see the cover there, but it's absolutely beautiful. Definitely a album cover of the year for me.
The back looks pretty good too.
Yeah, very in vein of their classic album cover, pretty much that same character.
Oh, that's where you're kind of getting the H.P. Lovecraft stuff from there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you like sci-fi, death metal, this is definitely for you. Like I said before, Vector. If you like the band Vector, this is very, very similar to that. It's super good. Probably going to be one of my favorite metal albums of the year. It's a little pricey though. It's a double LP, so it's $35.95. So, but I think it's worth it if you're a metalhead like me. So consider it.
All right. Is that colored vinyl or anything like that? No, it's just
black.
straight up black. Okay.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
All right then. Well, my pick for you this week is technically an EP, but I still wanted to pick it anyway. It's the Middle Kids' New Songs for Old Problems on Domino. And this is a 6-song EP. It's the indie trio led by Hannah Joy, and they're, basically just continuing their brand of guitar-forward indie pop, which, can't go wrong with that. I love it. This comes after their debut that was called Lost Friends, and the single on this is called Real Thing, and it's about each person's lifelong quest for meaning. So according to Hannah Joy, it's the quiet, persistent voice in the stillness that constantly checks to see if you really think you found what you're looking for. Okay, so they're diving a little deep on this one. Well, anyway, it begins with a really kind of solemn sounding guitar tremolo, and then her powerful vocals are, it's like almost like a sighing kind of vocal. You get that from them too?
Definitely.
Yeah, you know what I mean, right? And so anyway, once the chorus hits though, and all three members join forces to create this bittersweet melody backed up with fuzzed out guitar, it's just like that's actually that is the kind of stuff that they've done that's made a name for them.
Absolutely.
So anyway, they're going to be touring in support of local natives, and they're going to be in our patch
did not know that.
621 at the Fox Theater in Oakland. I will be there. Are you going to be there?
Maybe. Thinking about it. That's
Okay.
Cool.
Well, anyway, that's two pretty good bands on one bill. So anyway, literally looking forward to seeing Middle Kids. But this is $16.95 and 6 songs. It's an EP, but great. All right. So I know that you have you were so excited about all the stuff coming in today. So I know you got more that you want to talk about, right?
I have 3 more, but there's a ton of stuff in the pile that I love too.
Okay.
But let's see. First, I'm gonna talk about this other metal album, Dreadnought. I hadn't heard of this band till a couple months ago. I follow Profound Lore on Instagram, and they kept posting about it, kept hyping it up. So I checked it out today. It's just like a kind of similar to the Nocturnus, and that's some progressive metal sort of stuff here, but combined with black metal, I would say. And oddly enough, there's some pianos in here too, and some like mandolin. I guess the singer, she's like a multi-instrumentalist. She plays a lot of different instruments. There's like some harp and like some just a bunch of like random instruments, but it's pretty cool. It's not just like random stuff just to throw in there. It all fits their very weird, artsy, avant-garde metal sound. And this is their 4th album. They're from Colorado. Like I said, they're on Profound Lore, excellent label. So check us out if you're looking for some very unique sounding black metal. Interesting take on that. And that is $22.95. Black vinyl. Nothing too crazy. Not too many color vinyl this week for some reason.
Yeah.
Next I have this Flying Lotus album. This is a very, very big release for a lot of people. I was pretty excited for this. It's been a very long time since he put out his last album, 2014 I believe it was, with You're Dead, which is a very great record. And basically, still doing the same sound, kind of combining new jazz with like electronic, IDM, and like breakbeat sort of stuff. Of course, Flylo is the head of the label Brain Feeder, and they just put out a really great compilation of all their artists. And all the artists on his label and all his material, very similar vibes, just very breakneck speed, electronic music. With just some other genre thrown in there. For him, it's jazz, So if you really like, some innovative jazz music, I wouldn't call it a jazz record, but it's heavily influenced by it. Some great crisp drumming on here, some incredible bass lines from Thundercat, of course, his great friend. And it's just another solid album from him. Not my favorite, but it's definitely not a flop by any means. Very good. Black vinyl for that one.
$25.95.
$25.95.
I actually, you played that this morning, and I kind of thought it was all over the place. I thought there's like so many kind of different things happening in that. It's really like, I don't want to say it's inconsistent, but it really does kind of jump from one sort of genre to another, it seemed like to me.
Yeah,
But
well, he definitely has a knack for just kind of, that's why I know some friends of mine aren't fans of his, because it's just like all over the place.
it is actually, but look at what you got here. You got a lot of heavyweights on here.
Yeah,
Solange and Toro y Moi, Little
David
Dragon,
Lynch.
Anderson .Paak, George Clinton. God, man, everybody's
Curry.
on there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Track with Little Dragon, by the way, is very, very good. My favorite track on the album. So anyway, yeah, check this out. Really good. Good to see he's back, and I know he's touring. I just saw he's playing at Desert Days, his 3D live set that he does. I've never seen it. I don't know what that really means, but it sounds pretty trippy.
Sounds fun.
Okay, finally, I have Earth Full Upon Her Burning Lips. Earth is a band from Olympia, Washington. This is their 9th studio album, and Earth, their first couple albums, especially Earth 2, was a huge, very important release in the metal world for kind of creating the drone metal sound that Sun O is pretty famous for, Boris too, but Earth were the original. That album was just a guitar, nothing else, very heavy, just chords played, one chord every like 20 seconds or something like that.
Oh my
So
God.
very heavy shit. This is very innovative though. I'm sure a lot of people find it pretty pretentious, but a lot of pretentious artists seem to be pretty groundbreaking too, I think. So this though, they've come a long way since that first album. These days, and pretty much since their 5th, 6th album, they've been doing more like kind of like a post-rock sound where it's just guitar, drums, sometimes piano, but now it's finally been stripped down to just Dylan Carlson, the frontman guitarist, and Adrian Davies, the drummer. So it's just guitar and drums, and it sounds like a pretty, limited amount of instruments and variation, but it is a very full sound given that it's only 2 of them. And pretty much the song's very long-winded, 10 minutes plus. The album itself is like an hour long, so it's a pretty challenging listen if you're not too patient with this kind of sound. But very beautiful guitar work. The drums are very mid-pace, very slow, very hypnotic, I would say. So it's not for everybody, but I'm really digging it. I know Lorain was not too into it, but not a metalhead, so I guess it's not for everybody, like I said. But give it a listen. This one's on colored vinyl. Crimson Black Galaxy.
Wow.
Colored vinyl, so that's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And that is
$26.
$26.95. So that is it for me. Check Yeah.
Well, I agree with you that just, with guitar and drums, they do get a very full sound. I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah.
It's just, you got 4 sides to listen to of this stuff. And you're
That's
right.
true.
It just goes on and on and on. Every song, there's only per side, there's only 2 or 3 songs. I mean,
I know.
that thing, that's stoner rock.
It's
I'm
a
telling you,
slow burner.
Yeah.
If you like Sleep or bands like that, it's definitely should be along your alley.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good for you, Cass. That's all right. Okay. I'm gonna tell you about VOCS, the Hounds of Foggy Nation on Tom Lab, and this
Nice.
it was out. It's in 2008, and it's been really impossible to get on vinyl up until now. I mean, I think you could get. There was limited pressings floating around on Discogs for $100 a whack, So anyway, this
Jeez.
is one of their most beloved and sought after records, and at last it's being reissued. Sorry, is last. Never mind. Anyway, this is August 25th, 2008. It's a live performance. This is a San Francisco-based rock band, and these performances include songs from previous albums as well as others that were unreleased at the time. So some of those had not appeared on an album, but were later reworked into 2008's The Master Bedroom is Worth Spending the Night In. They have a... During this period, their album was the final appearance of percussionist Patrick Mullins, who left the band after their Sucks Blood period. Okay? So anyway, this is remastered with a digital download, $17.95. So I know that there's before been an accompanying DVD where you can see that live performance, but it doesn't feel like it's in here, and at $17.95 I don't think it is. So you do get a digital download, and like I said, this is one of their most beloved records, and this is when sometimes they're the OCs and sometimes they're OCS, but this is where they were the OCs. So they're one of those bands. They changed this. Who's the other one that does that? Oh, didn't Parquet Courts do something like that?
Oh yeah, they
were
had
Parquet
Quartz or
Quartz
whatever.
at some point. Oh, anyway, that's
Goofballs.
that's silliness aside. You can now get this on vinyl. So yeah, that's pretty exciting for a lot of people
Nice,
who
yeah.
would really been
OC
looking
is
for that.
Very essential live act. Too,
Really
so any
lo-fi,
live
right?
album is
Yeah.
gonna be great by them,
So there you go. Okay, and then this one just for fun, Amyl and the Sniffers. And let me try to show you that. It's, okay, this is their self-titled. It's on ATO, you know what? Who is the label of my beloved Jim James. So, hey.
King Gizzard.
There you go, exactly.
Great
And I
stuff on
believe that
ATO.
some of you guys have actually seen this band before because they opened for King Gizzard at some point.
Yeah, that's what Candace was saying. I don't think I went to that show, but
Oh.
I think they're not from Australia. Though.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are? Okay,
Yeah.
then they definitely...
This is, they're a
Friends
Melbourne
with them.
punk quartet. And this album exists it's so in the moment that, it's sort of very short, sharp shock. They put a few things out on their own at first, and the songs were clocking in at a minute. And, their first few things they did, they just kind of, even thought of it as throwaway. These guys were just housemates, they weren't a band, but they just made some music and threw it up on Bandcamp, and then funnily enough started getting noticed. So this one here is technically their debut record, although, like I said, there's a couple of EP things that they've put out, but they've got this producer now who worked on I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he worked on Arctic Monkeys AM, so he kind of really helped them to structure things, and they've got a little more structure here. Now the songs are still, most of them clocking in under 3 minutes, so it is that nod to punk, and they have such an obsession and fascination with 70s dirtbag themes, so that's kind of just their whole thing. And their front lady here, Amy Taylor, she's apparently very, very great to watch, a lot of fun, and they're just they weren't even around when punk was happening, but they just have developed this love for it, and it's what they do, and it's like pub rock that's been put out on a record now with a good producer and who's really guiding them. It's really delivers pure uncut rock and roll fun, and this is on white and yellow vinyl. It is $22.95, and if you just want to explore some kind of Australian good time pub rock punk, there you go. Okay. And lastly for you, boy, there's been so much back and forth about this. I know I sort of talked about it last week, and was it out on the 17th? Is it out today? I don't know, but here it is just because it's so great. It's the Heavy Sons on BMG. Now the Heavy, they're pretty much they've been successful for over a decade with putting stuff out. They are actually a British, excuse me, well, let me see, how many of them are in this band? Sorry, guys, I'm checking it out. I don't know how many of them are in this band, but anyway, they're British, and so they continue to walk down the same road as they've been successful for so long with this kind of righteous soul sort of beat, and they just kind of have kept that going. This is their 5th album, and it's a collection of short, random, straight to the point bangers, you guys. So they're a 4-piece. There you go. And they just mash up different genres of rock and jazz, funk, soul, blues, and hip hop all together. But they're so good at it. Did you listen to this today?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I think it's so fun.
Fan,
well, I thought it was really, really great. So it's like cool songs. This is a new album. It's packing that same, wallop as their earlier stuff. Maybe the writing is not as good as it has been on previous records, but still, it's a good time. And the track "Put the Hurt on Me" features an ingenious groovy beat played on a wine glass. So come on, beat that. This is $22.95. You should check it out. Okay.
Nice.
Now, all right, those are the picks. Now we're going to move on to
the
the pile. Oh gosh, Gus, it's falling over because it's a biggie now. All right. Oh, you know what? That band Barry, they're happy to be here. They sent us some chocolate bars as a promo that, that was nice. So thanks, Barry. That was pretty cool of you.
Cool marketing there. Haven't
Yeah,
seen that
they
before.
made the label on the chocolate bars their album cover. So how cool.
All right.
I think we did feature their record, when it was a couple of weeks ago.
I think you were talking about it.
Yeah,
One of
because
your picks.
they've been playing on XMU, and I kind of dig it. So there you go. Okay, are you
All
ready
right.
to roll here?
Here we go.
All right,
yes.
we've got. I think that Cass was saying last week that it was supposed to be here Monday, but it was not. Here it is for you now. It's the Acid Mother's Temple and the Melting. Was that the one that we were talking about?
That's
Yeah.
it.
And it's Parasio UFO. 2 LPs for $36.95. Ooh, that's a hefty price tag,
cool.
right?
Very essential Japanese psychedelic rock group. We do it for a very long time. Maybe it says over 25 years.
Oh my God.
Then they just put out records left and right,
Yeah.
just with different, bands from the Japanese experimental rock scene, different collaborations. So they've probably got at least 50 albums or something.
Wow,
like that. So
wow.
This is just another psych album. I haven't heard it, but I know it's gonna be good. So check
Okay.
that out.
Wow, I didn't know any of that. Now we've got George Benson, Walking to New Orleans. This is on yellow vinyl. It's $20.95. George Benson, of course, getting a little long in the tooth these days, but he still, knows how to play guitar very, very well. So
right.
I would imagine that, that's
One of the
worth
best.
picking up. Yeah, I don't have any problems with George Benson. All right, Benny Carter, Further Definitions. This is $21.95.
All right.
Okay. Then we have Ray Charles, Genius After Hours. Oh, we got Mono, 1995. So I guess that's in its purest form. It was probably, recorded to be that way on Atlantic. And so there you go. And then,
Got another one.
yeah, but they both say Mono 1995. I think that was just a typo.
No, one's Genius After Hours, one's Genius of Ray Charles.
Okay.
I
Okay, but
suppose.
they're both Mono. Okay. Nice.
There you
All right,
go.
that's pretty good price tag, $19.95. Don't you think? It's
Definitely.
reasonable. All right, now we've got the Chocolate Watch Band, No Way
Yes.
Out. This is on yellow vinyl, $24.95. Of course, 60s.
Classic, yes.
Yeah.
Just another one of these sun-dazed color reissues they've been doing. This is probably one of the most I've been excited about, though. So
I
check that
imagine
out.
that's pretty sought after. So cool.
All right.
Now we've got some Alice Coltrane albums for you. One is Eternity. This is $23.95. And, we've sold a few of her records in the past. I guess these are just back in print.
Yeah, all we've really had is that, I can't remember, the one of her sitting down.
Yeah.
The super classic one. I can't
Yeah,
remember what it's called.
but we sell it all the time. So, and then this one is called Transcendence, and it is $23.95 as well.
Nice.
So that I'm pretty sure those will kind of blow on out of here. All right, Dead to a Dying World, Elegy, 2 LPs, $35.95.
Nice. This is another great metal album, great metal band. Some atmospheric black metal, profound lore. Another one of my favorite labels.
Appears to be just on black vinyl as well, yeah?
Yes.
All right, now we've got Death Angel, Humanicide, Purple, and Cyan. Cyan, is that blue? Cayenne blue?
Yellow
Cyan
or
blue?
something?
I thought it was blue.
Sure.
Or anyway, 2 LPs for $29.95. So this one's a little more
Cool.
bang for your buck, a little more reasonably priced. But why does it only list side C? Is
Oh, I
side
bet
D
it's got
etched?
an etching. Yeah.
It's only limited to 700 pieces, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Death Angel thrash band. I've been doing that for quite some time. Testament.
But yeah,
all them.
it's got to be an etched disc on the side 4 because that's probably why it's priced a little more reasonably.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense.
Now I lost my place. That was Death Angel?
Yes.
Okay, now we're on Drag Me Out, Pressure. This is on transparent yellow vinyl, $21.95. I always prefer the transparent colored discs. I think Cass likes the opaque ones better,
do,
but
yes.
I like that. So ooh, that's a great cover. Nice. Okay, now Flesh God Apocalypse Volano. This is gold and black vinyl in a gatefold sleeve, and that's 2 LPs, $29.95. Yeah.
I guess just our picks were all on black.
Yeah.
But
All right. Now we have Glory Hammer, Legends from Beyond the Galactic Terror Vortex. Sweet. 2 LPs, $22.95.
looks like metal to me.
Yep, certainly does.
Alright.
Okay, now we've got a 7-inch here. Oh, you got it there? Okay,
KKB.
Caro Bonito, Swimming, backed with the open road. This is on colored vinyl. Do we know what color that is by chance?
Blue.
Good.
Ocean Blue.
Ocean Blue, $10.95.
Great songs from them. Yet again, they just can't do much wrong right now. So check it
Nice.
out. You already know I love them.
Now we have Kate LeBon. This is Reward. It's on red vinyl, and it is $19.95.
Cool.
And that has generated a little excitement with people. And
Yeah.
so now we have Walker Lukens. Is that this guy's name?
Yeah.
Walker Lukens Adult. This is $19.95. I hate it when there's plastic hanging.
Get that out of here.
Makes me crazy. All right. Maps. Colors Reflect Time. Is that the name of it? Colors Reflect Time?
Yeah.
All right. I
cover.
can't really tell from this list. Oh, Colors Reflect Time Loss. There's an awful lot of like crazy words.
Like it all covered.
$23.95. And their band is just called Maps, huh?
Yeah. I'm not sure who they are. I have to check them out.
All right. Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams. This is obviously a reissue, 180 gram, $22.95. I guess that's one where, yeah, there's like a lot of big hits for him on this. That was a
Yeah.
70s big album for him. Like, let me see here. It's got things like Jet Airliner on there, Swingtown. What else? Do I know any of his stuff really? Jungle Love. You know, those were all big hits for Steve Miller in the 70s. Okay, and now we've got this other thing called Living in the 20th Century on 180 gram, $22.95. Is this like, I don't think it's new stuff, right?
No,
I mean, what
think
is it?
They're both reissues. This came out in 1986.
Oh,
so.
it did? Oh, okay. Oh, but look at, he's got some guest musicians that may be of note to people. Kenny G, James Cotton, Norton Buffalo, Les Dudek, big hot shit guitar player from the 70s. I don't know who these other guys are, but anyway, you know, means something to some people, so okay, you know. Oh, now we got Morrissey, California Sun. This is on sky blue vinyl for $24.95. I'm getting to where with Moz, I don't even know what to say anymore.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what to say. I mean,
He's lost me.
he's obviously involved in a big scandal right now for appearing on Jimmy Fallon wearing some kind of a badge that was anti-Muslim. That, I mean, you got to know that that's just not okay. So him and Jimmy Fallon are both in a little bit of hot water with people. Him for wearing it, Jimmy Fallon for allowing it. So anyway, I don't know. I don't mind when he goes so strong about veganism or his thoughts on you know protecting animals. But I don't know, when you're going for a human being, not really the same kind of thing. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't know what to say. I don't know that this is good, bad, or indifferent because we didn't have time to listen to it today. But okay, there you go. If you want to try that out, it's $24.95. All right, now we've got Patience, Dizzy Spells, $20.95. Now we did try to listen to this, and it was indie girl sort of stuff, but very breathy and low key. So I don't know. I think you got to have a little bit of patience. That one, what didn't grab in any of us out of the gate. So maybe it's a grower. I don't know.
Patience for patience.
Yeah, maybe you need that. Now we got Oscar Peterson. We get requests on Verve. This is $21.95.
Cool.
All right, great. Fish, Slip Stitch and Pass, 180 gram, 2 LPs, $46.95. Of course, Fish has really stepped into the Grateful Dead's shoes as time has gone by, as far as being a jam band that people just flock to and love to go see live.
And this is a live album too, one of their best, I would say.
Okay.
So
It's pricey though. Wow. I mean, that's $46.95. I think that's like a lot.
yeah. So first time on vinyl. Wow,
Oh,
alright.
is it? Oh,
Cool.
okay. So it's an older performance, and it's
Yeah,
just the
no,
first
it's
time
from
on vinyl.
1997.
Oh, okay. I wish you would like say these things, and I didn't have to drag it out of there. You know, that would be kind of, please,
So they
Steve,
toss it in there.
go ahead.
I'm feeling it.
Okay, Ryan Pauley, self-titled, 1995.
Nice.
Okay, now we've got Anna St. Louis or St. Louis, I don't know. First Songs, 2095. First Songs, that leads me to believe it's like a debut album. Is that?
Perhaps, and then I guess next one.
I don't know who she is.
Second songs. Pitchfork likes it.
Okay.
NPR likes it, according to the sticker. So.
Okay, so it's a
Maybe that means something to
KCRW
you.
kind of a thing. All right, now we've got Mavis Staples, We Get By. This has like been in there for like weeks. We got it
know.
shipped to us so early, but it's not out until today, so we couldn't say anything or sell it. But 2095, Mavis Staples, of course, she's been kicking around forever. I don't know how her voice is. I don't know if she's still on good form, but okay.
Oddly enough, it says all songs written by Ben Harper,
Really?
and yeah, all lyrics by Ben Harper.
Okay.
So-
Well,
or one of the songs has lyrics, but he wrote a lot of stuff on here. So
all right. Well, that would be probably a
Collaboration of
selling point
sorts.
for some folks, I would imagine. Okay, and now we have the Stray Cats 40. Isn't
This
it
is a big
is
deal
it
for some
anniversary? Some kind of anniversary?
No, this is a new album. I think maybe that
40th
means.
anniversary. First
Yeah,
new
of the-
recording in 26 years.
So I guess 40 years since they got together. So
That seems like, gosh, wow,
these
I
old
would.
dogs.
Yeah.
Or cats, I suppose. Yeah, they've been
Okay.
around a long time.
It's
Good
got a
for them.
download with it as well.
Sweet.
And that's a sweet price of $19.95 if you
pretty
want to
good.
check out the Stray Cats and see if they've still got it. All right, now this is a reissue, Tears for Fears, The Hurting on vinyl, $22.95. Excellent
Excellent
record, right?
record.
Yeah.
Absolutely classic, just as good as Songs for the Big Chair.
But this has great singles like Mad World,
Mad
Pale
World.
Shelter. Oh gosh, it's a great
Very
record.
good. Self-titled track, The Hurting too. My absolute favorite song.
Oh
by them.
yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
Oh my gosh, and really kind of like some of the granddaddies of emo, yeah? Just
Yeah.
like, yeah. I mean, they
Sure, yeah,
just
especially Mad
showed you
World,
how
yeah.
it was done because that was in the advent of video. And, it was just those two with crazy haircuts being moody on the beach and that kind of stuff, it was
Literally,
great. Okay, now we got Hayden Thorpe, Diviner. This is $20.95, and we did put this on for a while, but I don't think we got too far into it. Again, it's like that other one we were talking about. What was that
Nothing-
girl's name?
Yeah, nothing too challenging, just pleasant
Right.
to listen to.
And so it wasn't grabbing you by the neck right out of the gate. Maybe it's a grower, okay? Now we have Veil, Burden of Sight, and this is $20.95. Now, you were talking about them the other day, weren't you? Something to do with
I
Veil?
don't really know much about them. I think I just noticed we had their record. It's also colored too. It's
Oh, Smoke.
gray smoke. Yeah, just some metal band, I guess, and they're also on. They're on Profound Lore too. So
Okay.
check it out. Lots of metal this
$20.95
week.
there. Okay, and now we have Jesse Cullen Young, Dreamers, $21.95. Now, I'm guessing because of the photo of him on the back that this is new material, because he's gray-haired now. You can show him. He's got the guitar there. That's Jesse Cullen Young. You wouldn't recognize him from how he used to be back in the old days. But anyway, this is on BMG, and it's new material from him. So we haven't heard it, so I couldn't tell you. But there you go.
Could be good.
$21.95.
Right.
All right, so Cali Roots is happening here in Monterey this weekend, and Cass and I were saying, God, our big interest, we wish we could just go in for a little section and see Tash Sultana tomorrow and then leave. I mean, we'd be happy with
I
that, but
know. Maybe we could pester someone leaving for
Oh,
their
my
wristband, see if
God.
they could slip it off for us. but-
yeah, I mean, I've had the pleasure of seeing her at the Fillmore once before, and you haven't seen her yet, and
No,
you really...
I saw her at,
Oh,
in Georgia.
oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, you
she
didn't
was
say.
incredible.
Yeah, no,
Just incredible.
She was born to do that. I mean, so anyway, that's for us. That would be the big ticket tomorrow. But
That's about it, though.
yeah, everything else is just, well, it's a great festival for those that, do like that kind of stuff, and good for you. And there's a lot of foot traffic on the street today. And, it's all kind of, traffic is crazy trying to get in and out of here. But it's going to be that way for the weekend, but that's okay. So festival season has started. here on the Central Coast, right?
Yes, it has.
Okay, so what else have we got this weekend? 10 to 4? No, sorry, 12 to 4. Why can't I ever remember when we're open? Because we're never here. We're open 12 to 4. You've got Jordan, you've got Ashley, you've got Eric. These are your specialists. They can help you with anything you want. If you need help finding something, or if you just want to come in and hang out and talk about music, everybody's here. So do that. What else?
I think that's it. I can't think of any shows we're going to besides Jim James down the line, but that's...
Well, I mean,
about it.
I'm
Take a
starting out
breather.
like let's see, early June is like it starts out for me. I got Jackie Green Band, and the next day Father John Misty,
Oh, wow.
then Local Natives, then Jim James, then Jim James again. Then I'll be arrested, but at that point it
Oh,
won't
man.
matter. So okay, that's what we'll be doing. Okay, so thanks for joining us again, and I guess we'll see you next time. And have a great, happy, safe Memorial Day weekend.
Absolutely.
Hope you all are getting 3 days off like we are. That's we need it.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you.